Okay, so Charles Himski back again. In this video, listen, Vince McMahon, according to Yahoo Sports, Vince McMahon resigns from WWE/UFC parent company amid rape and sex trafficking allegations. So this right here, I wanted to touch on. Now, growing up as a kid, I was a gigantic WWE wrestling, WWF wrestling fan. From the Kurt Angle, Stone Colds, Ric Flair, The Rock, Booker T, etc. I loved what they were doing. It was so entertaining. The storylines were crazy. The game back then was crazy. It literally kept me up. I remember wrestling with my brother. We just doing real wrestling moves, like we were professional wrestlers, but we didn't know how to wrestle at all. And you can imagine we almost hurt each other a couple times, but that's how the game goes. You know what I mean? But this situation, I think, is a very important one that men need to pay attention to. This is not the 1990s. This is not the 1980s anymore. We are in a different time, a different age. And therefore, as men, we need to be thoughtful and mindful about the particular details of this time and age. And in this time and age, as men, you have to be very careful in your interactions and your dealings with women. That's the reality. That's just the reality. A lot of men the truth is, they're not going to want to hear that. They're not going to want to care about that. They're going to want to push back on that. It is what it is. But the reality is, in 2023, 2024, 2025, going forward, you as a man have to be careful in your interactions and your dealings with women. I always stress, as you continue to watch me grow, as you continue to watch my channel grow, and to watch me evolve as a content creator, to watch me evolve as a commentator, you are going to repeatedly hear me say that we as men must have discipline. We must be able to control our penises. That's just the reality of the game. Because if you don't, if you have this insatiable lust that you as a man cannot control and cannot harness the will of, then it can lead you into potential situations where you are having allegations that are lauded against you that could cost you to have to resign from companies that you started and that you built and that you financially backed. It's insane. So as men, we have to be careful. Now, these are just allegations. These are just allegations. They're not necessarily true. They haven't been proven to be true yet. And so, in time we will find out the truth. But when it comes to rape and sex trafficking, those allegations, you don't want that. As a man, you don't want that. You got to be very careful. That's why it's in 2024 and beyond, it's smart to just be professional. Just keep it professional. Keep it P for professional. Don't be trying to talk crazy to these chicks that you work with, that you're doing business with. Don't be trying to make sexual comments towards them. Don't be trying to touch them. Just don't even do it. There is a very famous statement that says you do not take a SI or SHIT where you work. And you know what, man? That's real. That's true. It's true. This stuff right here, if you follow these principles and just control your discipline, being professional, being respectful at the workplace, at your place of business, etc. When it comes to your interactions with women, it will take you a long way. It's very smart. It's very smart because there are women out there who really have to deal with this type of stuff, who really have to deal with being harassed by men that they work with, who really have to deal with being constantly made, the butt of sexual jokes, constantly trying to be approached, constantly have to be to fight off men's advances. And it becomes burdensome. But then there are also women out there who are on their exterior is, friendly, innocent, respectful, kind, but internally they harbor some very vile intents. And so you have to be careful, man. We have to be careful. So this Vince McMahon situation, we got to pay attention to it. As men, we got to pay attention to it. You can't ignore it. Especially if you are attempting to build something, especially if you are attempting to elevate yourself to a certain level, a certain status, you have to be careful. And yeah, we're going to continue to monitor this. We're going to continue to monitor this, and we'll see how it plays. We'll see how it plays out.